And now we say welcome to the YouTube subscriber of the Agile Lounge. So we have now a stream on Facebook or on our Facebook page. We have also the stream on YouTube that started at -1 before 3. Your coach F will be with you shortly for another episode of their Real Agile. Everything about walking the talk of business agility, live from Montreal on this May 1st. MayDay, MayDay, MayDay. All right. How are you today? At this beautiful day of May 1st, the 5th month of the year 2020. Did I ever told you that 2020 will be amazing? Hey, this is the pre-show again. Hi, I'm your host, Coach F. Yes, because I'm a coach as you complete the sentence. All right, as usual, guys, for any one of you out there who are actually watching us on Facebook Live as well as YouTube, the show is not started yet. It's just like warming up, saying hello, testing the sound, if the microphone is good and everything. So we have people, say hi to the people on YouTube. Again, YouTube win the race against Facebook. I don't know if it's the time bugs that we choose on a Friday like this, but truly, I'm so busy from Sunday to Thursday doing a lot of stuff. And right now, I have mostly remote client, as you may know. And but I get this habit that the Friday morning it's reserved for prospection, meeting with partners, suppliers, my lawyer, my anyone who works with me, marketing. So the Friday is like a kind of a thing, and I really miss my caramello cafe, my latte au caramel du Crew Collective, where the head office or the space of Agile Lounge for the real life is. So once again, I think I was supposed to do it in French this week to alternate between the two official languages of our great country. However, I really feel more at ease to talk about the subject of how leaders could actually empower their workers on this May 1st, International Workers' Day, should I say. And so if you'd like to excuse my French, we're going to do this one probably in English. It's going to be more ease for the... That's the way I feel today, simply. So again, for anyone out there on Facebook, I say hi to you. YouTube, I say hi to you. In about 2 minutes, I'm going to start recording the show. So which means that you see me live having this experience. All right. And so I won't pay attention while I'm doing like this editorial about the subject we have today on business agility, about pleasing the worker, because it's, again, the International Workers' Day. And this is why I choose that topic, because it's very, very, very important in business agility and Agile and Scrum. When we change the world of work, we actually thinking of our people who are working with us, not for us. Any entrepreneur out there, start changing your mindset. So it's going to be maybe a quick one this Friday because I have a lot of things to do. I'm a little bit tired. So, and I'm preparing also to receive my first guest very soon. So I won't say that much for now. So let's go. And no, I don't know about this song here. Let me try this. Is it a little bit better for podcasts? I think so. So it is. Should have a remote like this. Anyway, this is for podcast. Usually, is no. It's no. Whoa, 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 whoa! Don't touch it. Don't touch anything. Obviously, I'm not recording on GarageBand. Oh yes, and have you seen it? It's amazing. We did nothing, nothing, and we are on the top 20 of Agile Business Show on Apple Podcasts, and we have just been syndicated not this week, but the week before Wednesday or Thursday, something like this. So it's not even like a complete full week. I know we have about like 7-8 subscribers, and I am inviting you to go to their realagilealtogether.com and subscribe to our podcast to have it while you're jogging or even doing some hammock. I don't know. Because again, that's the pleasure. That's the pleasure. And the music you are listening now, it's mostly NCS. It's non-copyright song from great DJs. Some I know, some I work with back in my ancient life of Ibiza and the rave scene. Yes, your coach F was in the rave scene before. And some I don't know, and just part of my network. And they produce beautiful kind of techno, tech trance music that we love here at the Agile Lounge, on top of the jazz music and classical Charleston to go with the lounge. And of course, non-copyright sound, it means like we should not be flight of using it as our soundtrack. And I could wait to see the artists on Fiverr who are actually working onto our professional, how do you say that? Professional intro, outro. If you will choose from the suggestion we made her to have a consistency on our branding, what have you, coach marketing, if you listen to me. All right, so without further ado, we're going to start the show. I'm not convinced, though. Yeah, I'm not really convinced about the sound today with the feedback that I receive. How is it like this? No, nothing. Okay. So again, at the end of the show, when I cut, when I end, I might stay with you if you have any question, comment. So you could do it while I'm doing the show, but again, I won't look at my 3 screens. So I won't see people on YouTube nor on Facebook. I will be concentrated on recording directly into GarageBand. So yes, we are going to start right now. The sound is very, very bizarre today. Is it better like this? Maybe for the thing. So the gain. Okay. So are you ready, guys, to be with me? It's 3:07 right now, and the real recording, one shot as usual with GarageBand will start in a second. So the cue from Anna. Welcome once again to their Real Agile, or where we talk. No. That's the first time ever that I'm going to do this. As I told you, when I say I'm tired, it's true. All right, so let's do it again. Be with me. Send me some good vibes. All right, so. Live from Montreal, here's your coach and your host of the Their Real Agile Podcast, Coach F. Today on May 1st, we are going to talk about how to please your worker, because yes, it's the International Day of the Workers. And one of the principles of agility, it's to please your customer. And to please your customers, you obviously have to please your worker, those who do So welcome once again to this Real Agile Podcast, this adventure, this experience that we do here at the Agile Lounge, live from Montreal. Right now, in time of this grand lockdown, we do it mostly every week. But it might change. It might change. May 8th, don't expect us to have a show. We might come back May 15th, again as a special type of show, maybe testing our first interview, having our first guest on the show. And then after the regular schedule of uh, every Friday at the end of the month, so the last Friday of each month, we should bring our beautiful list. We have a list of about 15 subjects for you that talks about lean thinking, uh, designing the future, conscious leadership, freedom lifestyle as well. You know, it's really important. For those who don't know, freedom lifestyle is it's not just financial; it's a mindset. So the question today we have is, huh? How great leader, or even a leader that want to become great, how they will actually achieve by creating or empower their worker, the people in their team. Have you ever questioned yourself if you are yourself a leader out there? If you own a business, if you own a company, or you have big responsibility into the management, and I said management now, but how do you lead your people instead of convincing them? You know, when we think about it, because someone asked the question, I'm be pleased to participate on our beautiful thread on LinkedIn, and I shout her out. She's a great mind, a great business agility mind, and she's the creator of Sway. I hope to have her on the show. It's an invitation for you, Marina Alex from Moscow, that I met while with the Beatles when we were together at Enterprise Scrum, building great things for a smarter future. So I salute you, Marina. I'm inviting you to the show to come and speak about Sway. Sway is sales with Agile. Great framework, and it's beyond framework. It's a great mindset. It's a great way of having salespeople. I'm talking about marketing here. It's more than marketing. It's exactly a new approach, a new business agility approach. But that will be a subject for another time, and hopefully with her as a guest on our show, the Dare Real Agile. And if we get back to our question this week for this episode, still the testing episode, still the prequel episode of the upcoming season of Dare Real Agile that will coming up soon. So how you as a leader, what is your user story as a leader? How do you actually bring your people to be engaged? The choice of words, it's very important if you'd like to adapt a mindset. And the agile mindset is really clear. It's people interaction over processes and tools. And usually when we teach agile, when we introduce people to agile, and let me laugh with you a little bit here, because there's a lot of people that think that they need a 1 day workshop or a full 1 day of kind of a training, an academic training on what is agile. What the hell is that? If you subscribe and if you register for one of our workshops, whether it's in Bryant Park, Manhattan, or here at the Crew Collective in Montreal, with one of my trainer and coach. Actually, we are coaching you right away. For up to 9 people altogether and a practical way of teaching you Agile, we will have enough of an afternoon or even a morning if you're a morning girl or guy. It takes only about 3 to maximum 4 hours with a Q&A period to introduce you to agility, because we go over the 4 values. A working software over comprehensive documentation. Or should I say, sorry, I'm old school now. a working product, a working solution. We'll adapt it to your situation, to your context. Because at the Agile Lounge, that's what we do. We adapt, we tailor everything about you. We do observation first, and then we make you try something. This is called empirism. This is bringing back science into agility, into business agility, because we think it's very, very important. So, so you see, we have this very, very important, like, so we teach it like this. We teach it practically, having a great conversation with learning with your context, both business and technological. And when we go through those values and the 12 principles, I might do a show like a beginner show to show you, like, we could do it even on a podcast in 15 minutes, of course, without the conversation. Or if I have a class who don't mind to be recorded, we'll see. But the thing is, instead of explaining it as a methodology, because it's really not necessarily a methodology, you have a set of 4 values and 12 principles. Then you teach it to your team, and of course you teach it to the leadership, because both of them will have to be together, to bring it together, and bottom up and top down. And we make sure that you understand those values and those principles, because these are the keys to open the doors of any decision that you'd like to make, or any ways of working that you'd like to implement. So when I asked the question today on this May 1st, the MayDay, instead of having a couple of developers, of designer, of any people who work hard, very hard, do they work for you or with you? And all those elementary 4 values and 12 principles, if you understood them, if you adapt them, how will they make you enable a space, a learning environment, empowering with autonomy, and unleash self-organized team? Because you should trust them, you should entrust them if you hire people to work with you for the development of your product, of your solution, of your services, to serve your client. That maybe you work hard to get those clients and please those clients, but at some point you have to delegate the servicing of your client. And if you're not a great leader, if you're not even a good leader, if you not empower your people that you have to hire now, because your services, your solution, or your professional services, your business stuff, your product, your software, your API, what have you, is so popular, it's so good that you sell that much. Now you have to work, you have to deliver with quality, so you need people to work with you. They're not working for you, because if they're working for someone, they will work for your user, they will work for your client, and they work for them, for their family, to bring bread and butter on the table. So they work with you as you work with them. So again, the questions, and even on the replay, on anywhere, comment below. Interact with us at the Agile Lounge, at the Real Agile Podcast. Tell us your thought, because I'm just trying to facilitate here to enable you to actually becoming a better and a smarter leader by asking you that question on this show today. And maybe you are jogging right now, and I make you think, I make you see images in your mind, I make you see the last time you spoke with your team, or maybe with a teammate, or with someone you asked for something, or when you ask to build something, or when you ask the idea of someone. And just the word Scrum and the lean management way, and the lean leadership. Scrum, it's a calc. It's an emulation from the great Australian rugby team that Tashaku Komata. We're looking at them regrouping together and togetherness. Yes, it is a team. It's people helping each other, walking toward the goal with focus and with courage. Okay? It's really simple to explain, I know that. But if you have the will, And if you truly adapt a mindset, a state of being, you will achieve. Because in about 20 some years, since 2003, I was a Scrum Master for a great software simulation company with very, very, very gut complex engineer and software programmer, let me tell you, and people on the business sides doing politics with the space agency and what have you. So I learned it the hard way, how to be a facilitator and a coach with those type of big ego and what have you. And I was always like learning in the same time those value from the manifesto. That was very young back then, but that's the key. I understood very quick, and I've been like confirmed in my role by 3 of the co-signatory of this manifesto who told me like, yes, you get it. You as a Scrum Master, as a coach, as a facilitator, your sole purpose is to make ease for the leader and the worker to get together, be pleased, and pleasing the customer. So for that, you work on the behavior aspect. You work on the space, the environment. You have to influence, not convince. You have to propose. You have to suggest. You have to make sure they've got everything. That goes from a good lighting, maybe, a good desk, a good chair. So the Scrum Master, the coach out there, your role is not looking at data into Jira. Fuck it. No. Your role is to interact, to be H2H, human to human interaction from Brian Kramer that I salute. You know, your role is to go to any level of management, asking them anything that will empower your team, anything that will make your team better and working smarter. And of course, making sure that every worker has her or his voice and to new ideas and to new proposal of ways of working on developing that software. Because if you hire someone who is a specialist, let's call it like this, into some sphere of technology or maybe a sphere of software management, data analysis, security, what have you, any skills that you hire that person for, they should be listened. They should be there to tell us how to do that if we trust them. And this is why even like the peer will be important. Okay? So for me, these are key elements to go with those set of values and principles that always help you to enable good decision making and to the development of your product, and also the empowerment of the people who will work with you to develop those products and services. So I know it's simple to explain. I don't bring right now concrete example because I want you to tell me. I want you to challenge me here on YouTube and Facebook for those who are watching it live, or the replay that will stay there. And if you catch me while jogging into your Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or so on, write to me. It's coach at agile-lounge.com. Write us. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you do. Tell us what you need to be a smarter leader, to be a better leader. We might have a great conversation. We still offer 1 hour free, and it's nothing to do with the actual pandemic situation. No. We've been doing this for the last 18 months, offering 1 hour, half an hour to 1 hour, first chit-chat cafe at the crew, of course, when it's reopening. Now we do it on Zoom. And then after, we could go ahead and propose you a step-by-step, tip-toe-tip, according to your context, on how and where you want to go, especially why you want to do these new ways of working, including lean and agile and so on. And you'll see at the Agile Lounge, my coaches and I, we're not putting too much word. because we have the empiric, scientific ways of doing things. Start with a conversation. You start with understanding your need and your team's need and your culture, and we don't change you. We will help you to transform, to take a new form, because this is the exact semantic way of understanding that word. Transform from Latin transforma. It's a new form it's like to take. But you won't change the core of your thing. Oh, you might want to do this. We help client also to literally change from selling, I don't know, plywood and to becoming the next big thing in e-commerce and data storage, for example. And I've seen it, yes. So concretely, to answer that question of today's topic, how do you empower or enable your worker? How do you please them? And then thus enhancing the performance and the quality and the satisfaction of your clients, so you please everyone. It's simply through adapting to understand, okay, read and understand the 4 values and the 12 principles from the Agile Manifesto. Have a discussion with people, make a working agreement. When you build a team, that's the best key as a leader. Of course, the coach could do it, but let's say you're a great business owner of any size, by the way, a company for any size. You have to be there with them. You have to tell them why you want that product or that services built. And so this came with a vision. So the first step is creating a vision, making everything visual. And from that vision, as you explain your vision, you will start also creating your story. And I didn't say like user story here, like it's could be like your story. Okay? So you tell the story of what you want them to achieve and who do you need, depending on where you are in your stage of development. But you see, this is very, very, very simple to explain. And why it is hard to apply, it's because we are human. And by being human, we might have feelings and intuition and intelligence. So those 3 things have to be well balanced. And this is why Scrum, for example, and lean thinking will teach you focus. Focus means that at some point, if you come into the office, or let's say you remote work, and you enter into your zone, I call it the zone, like here in my office, I'm in my zone. And if I'm in my zone, I will focus. I will give myself quality of presence. I will expect quality of presence of my stakeholders, of the people I work with. And I will remind myself of the values and principles we agreed upon to make it alive. Any working agreement we have together, going back to the goal of this iteration, going back to the goal of the product, of the business model, and then I focus. And if I need help, I will ask for help. And I will have courage to actually ask for help. And even though to go and ask maybe a coach to facilitate me to receive help or the tools I need or an access that I need, and so on and on and on. So this is really about collaboration. But if you're a leader, if you're an owner, a business owner of something, and you have to start delegating and have to start trusting, of course, trust is not something you take for granted. You have to see it by the exercise of skills of the people you hire for. And more they help you achieve, and more they achieve for themselves and for the whole company. You will trust them and you let it go. You learn to let go. But I will tell you one thing, if you're a business leader listening to this, and you'd like to please your worker to make sure that your customer will be pleased, the important key is to set the goal, to set the objective, to be very clear, have no ambiguity, being ready, agreeing with your team on a definition of done. we made surveys sometime after our consultancy professional services. And what I noticed in the comment, when we asked if they adapted Scrum and if they understood the value of Agile or Scrum or Lean, they mostly said yes, because before having these values and principles in mind, before using them as a way of making decision, we're always struggling with ambiguity. We were never ready, and the only focus was let's bring down the money. And there were always delayed. They were always like, because it was not clear, because people have a lot of questions, because people didn't agree the way they should work together. People didn't agree on the role and responsibilities, because that's a key thing too. When we say pleasing the workers and the customer, yes, for sure. But at some point, if let me give you an example. You have a customer, a user who wants to use, let's say you develop, okay, a podcast recorder to compete with GarageBand and OMS. And then you start wanting to do vlog instead, and you need more lighting. But of course, you don't provide any lights with your equipment. You provide a software. So it's all in the discussion, in the context. It's all in that makes sense. Does it make sense to listen to a customer who wants to do vlog as you are offering a podcast software recorder? So if you're really, really, really agile and all sense of agility, you might say, oh, hold on a second. I will partner with someone who provides lighting, and while you record your podcast, you'll be able to make your vlog as well. How's that? And then it's an agreement. And then you have a refined definition of done. But then you have to make sure that you have people and your team that could do this, that could integrate it. And you have also the supplier you promise. So it's all about this. You promise, you discuss, you collaborate, and then you come back. It's a kind of a cycle like this. So here you have it. How do I empower my people? Is by trusting the fact that if you hire them to provide you with their skills, okay, with their ideas, with their genius, let them be. And make sure that everyone is having a way of working that they agreed upon. And they might also use, within the iteration, the refinement of what you ask them to build, and as well a retrospective on what, not what, but how they should work together, and also with you. Be ready to be called in. So that was it for this amazing May 1st, MayDay, International Workers' Day, on the Real Agile Podcast. I hope you enjoy. I hope you learned something. I hope to learn something from you. So once again, we might come back in about 2 weeks, or we're going to start our regular schedule of the last Friday of every month. But for you that are jogging right now, listening to this while taking care of your body and mind at the same time, I wish you a good run. I wish you a good day. I wish you a good weekend. And let's be together again very soon. Cheers. All right. So as I said, now the podcast is finished. And let's see on social media. So YouTube, 5 people, I say hi to you, but no comments so far. Let's go to Facebook. Is there someone on Facebook? No, I don't see anyone. Yeah, it's a May 1st. It was beautiful, a little bit beautiful here in Montreal. So maybe you guys went out for a good walk. May 1st. It was beautiful, a little bit beautiful. Did I told you that I ate Facebook? Yes, I do it. So no comment here. All right, guys. So that was nice. And again, I'm expecting for any replay on YouTube and Facebook that you give me your advice. I want to learn from you. I want to improve. Was the sound good? Was the music too loud? What is the upcoming? We have upcoming topic, but we are very, very open if you'd like to talk about something. Because again, the mission of their Real Agile is to dare talking about something that we don't hear enough in our business agility community or agile community, or something we talked about too much, but not with the angle you expect. And you would like to dare to talk about it into another way. So I won't invite necessarily people to come on my show. I invite you to invite yourself with your topic. So once again, you could write to me at coach@agile-lounge.com, or you could send us the comment on any of our social media. We have Instagram, we have Yelp, we have Facebook, LinkedIn. And by the way, LinkedIn is the only one that you could expect me to be there for sure. Otherwise, it's going to be Samuel or Anna helping me because, of course, I'm mostly busy developing the professional services and workshop for Agile Lounge, as well as serving my many clients throughout Canada and United States. Now, of course, it's a bit more quiet, or do it Zoom way. And again, if you need help about introducing agility within your team, introducing Scrum and Lean to your team, and even though myself and other partners around, we could also help you to build, even for small and very small business, at a very efficient cost, any way of doing e-commerce, customer relation management as well, any social media marketing that you might help, any ways of having a ordering e-commerce process, very lightweight for a low cost, a one-time shot deal. We're even offering right now up to 33% on most of our workshop. So go to agile-lounge.com for more information, and or contact us directly, and let's start a conversation. And again, our calendar, it's always up to date for the availability we have to make. For now, of course, mostly Zoom meeting for the time being, because the crew in Montreal is still closed, so I cannot go there. And so that's it, guys. Hope you enjoy your weekend, the first weekend of May. Currently, it's going to be beautifully sunny tomorrow, so we'll see about this physical distancing. How much people will be able to do this, because even this week I went for a great bicycle ride and was very difficult for me to be on a cycleway. There were too many pedestrians. I love them. They have the right to be there, but I think on top of respecting the 2 meters or the 6 feet, they should also respect the fact that this is not everywhere multifunctional road. Some places it's for bicycle, and we need to speed up more than 5K, just if you see what I mean. So enjoy your weekend, enjoy your time, be well, and see you on May 15th probably. Just subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe here on Facebook, and especially on Instagram, and you'll know when we'll be live next time. But mostly you could expect us every last Friday of each month. Cheers, guys.